Hello guys, welcome to a new tier list. It's been a while, like a month or so from the last tier list. It was before the mid-season update. The mid-season update has been out for almost 2 weeks now. I've played almost 40 games as well. Let me double check. I have played... I actually played 57 games. Okay, so 50, not 57, 53 games of ranked. It was going well up until a very recent point, and then it all went downhill. And we shall not talk about it. We shall not talk about it. But anyway, I think it will be. This is a good point. Tomorrow's update with a few item nerfs that are, reasonable, but at the same time they don't impact it that much. A little bit, but I don't think it's gonna change that much after tomorrow. But yeah, so Achilles, I actually don't know. I have not seen a single Achilles in these past 2 weeks. He's probably B tier. I need to add a new one. I need to add SS tier and make it green. Okay. So like nobody really plays him. I haven't played him. Haven't seen him played, so a B for me. Unless this is based on ranked as well. So if you did see him, he would be higher up maybe. Agni is A tier. I've seen him a few times. He's still safe. He's always been not safe. He's just average. He's quite balanced. These bombs are very good. They're great poke. They're good objectives here as well. So good overall. AMC is just bad, especially because of the current meta. Even still after tomorrow's patch, the gods that are in, the top tier, like AMC just struggles. I could even probably bump him down to D tier, which I might. We'll see. Which is probably D tier. Nobody plays him. It's just not safe. Not safe at all. Right, Unheard is probably A tier. I think he's quite good. He's safe-ish. He's always very strong. I got absolutely owned by him last game I played. My guy was critting me for 800. Not fun at all. So yeah, I'd say A tier. It's quite decent. Amaterasu is B tier, I guess. She's okay. I've seen her being played, but she doesn't bring anything that good to the team, really. It's just yeah. I'm gonna put Anubis in B. I think he's decent. I played him in solo the other day against Woofy and somebody else. He was Woofy jungling, and I had somebody else in support. I was against Athena support, so I soloed her like 2-3 times. We were losing a little bit, but then we sort of wiped, and then we won the game because Anubis just wins you the game if you wipe. So that was that. Right, Ao Kwang. He gets banned all the time, right? He gets banned all the time. I don't want to put him in SS tier because I don't think he's up there. I think he's good. I'm gonna put him in S tier because you just don't get to see him played realistically, right? When you do see him played, he's okay. You can win against him. It's not like you pick him, you win the game. It's just okay. Afro probably an S tier as well because she gets banned all the time. Oh my bad. She gets banned all the time. Every game that you're in, she's just banned. So if she was picked, maybe it would be more accurate maybe to put her in A tier. It depends, if you can win the games against her or not. But as it stands, because I haven't, because you don't see her played because she's banned, it's just like S tier really. Apollo's A tier. He's just safe, like his mesmerize is good. The one thing I always liked about Apollo is he semi counters Arachne. and like any other, like just blinking assassin and ganks. Because if you mesmerize, right, because I always level mesmerize second after my wave clear, of course, and if you get blinked in, you mesmerize, and they're mesmerized for 2 seconds, and you're gone. It's like they wasted blink and they didn't get anything out of it because they always get blink first active, right? If they don't, like, what's the point? So that's why I think Apollo is a very safe pick. Plus, his type of potential is very good, so that's always a good. Arachne's SS tier right now. Um, Even after the patch, I think she's SS tier. Um, Probably not in like high MMR games. I don't think she's SS tier, but like I've done good with her. I got to Diamond 1. I'm Diamond 3 now. Let's not talk about it. But I played a bit. I've played against her. It's so annoying to play against her. Right? It's very very annoying. But she's good. She's very good. Um, you would expect that she would get banned all the time, but she doesn't, and she doesn't always get picked. There's a lot of back Sudas, a lot of Kali's being picked, but Arachne is very good. Right? Very very good. Ares is probably A tier, just balanced. Realistically, like nothing special about him. Other goals that I would have. Artemis C tier. She doesn't get played. I don't know. She would be good. Like, again, really realistically, she's not that good because of the current meta. The current gods being played in jungle. There's no point in picking her. RTO is B. Nobody plays it again. Like, wow, there's better things out there. Athena's A. I think she's decent. Always being the average. Her global pressure is quite reasonable. Right, I was double checking it. I thought Avelix was getting a buff, but I guess it's not dispatch. Okay, so it's not tomorrow, so it's the one whenever the new god comes out. Okay, and she's getting a few buffs. I'm actually going to include the buffs. So increase base damage. That's pretty good. Increasing base damage. She already has a decent clear early on. Summon Suku's a big buff. Getting the decreased mana. Increased strafe speed helps, but I don't think it's like that necessary. I'm gonna put her in A tier. Before the buff, she'd probably B tier because like nobody plays her. Like she is somewhat good, right? You got the pool. Everybody plays Bakasura Kali, but then again, do you really want to pull a Bakasura into your team? If you can burst him, yes. If you can burst the Kali and CC her before she puts ult off, yes. If not, then you just don't want it really. But she's fine, she's got decent damage. Baba Yaga is probably B tier. I've seen her a few times. Does decent amount of damage. Is she getting any buffs? Nah, so she's like, she's fine. You don't see her that often, but when you do, she does fine. Bacchus is probably A tier. He seems, just an average support. Got his damage, got a stun, he's got his jump, knock up, and all that. It's fine. Early on, I had a game against. I was jungling. It was a game against Bacchus ADC and Emir support, and that was so funny. It was so funny. Like our ADC just kept getting destroyed by the Bacchus and Emir combo. Like Bacchus jumps in, Emir freezes, he's just dead. It was so much damage, but it was just so funny just to witness that. But we still won the game. It was just so funny. It was ridiculous. SS tier Bakasura, extremely strong. Like it helps. It helps that the mid harpies are only one harpy now. He just goes and eats it. Golden Blade does wonders for him. I think even after the Golden Blade nerfs, I think he's still gonna be up there. It won't change a thing. Baron Salmon is B tier or C? I'd put him in C tier. I think I've seen him once or twice. It's just not that good, you know. There's just so many better things out there. Like you don't want to, you know, since this is the ranked tier list, you don't want to be picking on. He's not, you know, he's very very situational, but at the same time, it's like, you know, in what situation would you want him? Like, none really. C tier Bastet as well. She's got the damage, but her ult is just, it's just not worth it really. There's no CC. She has 0 CC apart from the slow and the anti-heal I think it gives, but it just doesn't matter really, does it? No, I don't think it does. Bellona doesn't get played as well, doesn't get picked, nobody cares about Bellona. There's so many better options out there, so Bellona, just C tier. Bracken, he's getting a buff, right? So the stun from this ability no longer suffer from diminishing returns. Okay. And the tremors is really nice. It's a really really good change, I think. I think it's gonna help quite a lot in the lane clear. I'm gonna put Bracken in B tier. Only because if they're like, if the enemy don't have that many leaps, that's fine. He's always decent, you know. They have to beat it out of it, or you know, whatever. If they have a ghost for it, or whatever you call it, I don't know. If they don't have knockups or silences in dual lane, the fact that they pulls the minions towards him instead of just all over the place, that helps the ADC a lot to hit his abilities. So I think he's okay. It might bump up because I think I might do another one next week to see how the changes have impacted my ranked experience and who's getting picked and who's not. So this might change, so he might go up a tier or down a tier. So if he gets played or not, so we'll see. Kamazot, probably A tier. Nobody really prioritizes him at all anymore. He, you know, gets played a little bit, but not that much. And he's not getting any. Oh, he's getting some nerfs. So he's getting a decrease in heal. Okay. I think he's still A though. Like, he hasn't been played that much in my game, so whenever he has been played, you know, it hasn't been, you know, that big, you know, that you're noticing like, oh my god, he's doing so insane. So Serenos B tier. I don't think he's that good. His ult is easy to dodge, you know, it does decent damage, but like, it's just not worth it. They're just like, I would rather have Anher over Serenos all day every day, you know. It don't matter, it really don't matter. Right, okay, Cerberus is next. Did he get any buffs or nerfs? I'm just double checking to make sure that I've got this on point. Yeah, no, nothing. B tier, you don't see him played. When he does get played, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. His ult is not that great. You can easily beat it or you can jump away with it. If his ult got a little bit of a buff to knock up sooner, to be able to get a lot more beads, he would probably be an A tier then. But right now the current state is just so easy to dash out of it, so it doesn't matter. Jack, he's getting a buff on his rain dance, 2-second cooldown reduction. Okay, just put him in C tier still. Yeah, nothing really about him. I don't think I've seen him played. You know, it's like whatever. B tier Chang'e, or I haven't seen her play. I've just C tier, I guess. She hasn't been played. She's alright. I think I might have played her once. I've seen her played once or twice. She's okay, you know. Has heals. Her ultimate is very very good if you hit all 5. You know, you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stuns. You know, yeah. Cherno is probably B tier. He doesn't get played at all. I have not seen him, not even once in the 53 games that I've played so far. So I think he's just, you know, there are better things out there. Uh, I'm gonna pick Kaido on A tier because you can probably play him in middle as well. He's okay. I think I've had a game with him middle because of the magical ADCs right now being so good. He's okay, you know. It doesn't. He's not that bad. He does decent damage. You know, he's got his ult, long range ult, helps. But yeah, he's okay. Kronos probably S tier. He's very good. You know, he's extremely strong. As we all saw from the Pro League when he soloed Fire Giant, I don't remember, but I know it happened. It happened early on with just 4 items. My guy just soloed Fire Giant. You know, like that alone could bump it up to SS tier, to be honest. But like because of the Hecate nerf, there's no more healing increase. It's less like, yeah, not that good. Just stay down there, boy. Uh, Cthulhu it probably has to be SS tier because he's very good. I always gets banned. If it doesn't get banned, he gets picked up. Sometimes I've seen him banned in the second phase. Nobody picked him in the first phase. I don't know why. It's a bit weird. Probably because he's new. Nobody has really played him or don't want to play him and so on. But yeah, it's just a must ban still, really, or a must pick. Um, Cullen probably B tier. I don't see him at all. My experience as a solo laner isn't that great as well, so I'm not the best at judging the solo laners. But I don't like. I wouldn't pick him. You know, if I was soloing, I wouldn't pick him. I can't. I've played him, not that great, but I haven't seen him either. So, keep is probably a tier, I guess. I think because he got the buffs. Amadisa got the buffs before early on. I haven't seen him play that well, but I just think he's just balanced. You know, he's okay. He's got his escape is somewhat okay. His cripple is somewhat okay as well. He slows, he stuns. Yeah, he's fine. Daji's probably A tier. Doesn't get played. Not a single game. Like not a single game in these past 2 weeks that I've seen her picked up. Like, you know, that's a bit rough, but you can't really do anything to buffer now that the thingy item is getting it's getting some nerfs, which you call it Heartseeker. It's getting a 10% power decrease. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she was. Yeah, no, she still benefited from it. So she's yeah, just keep her there, I guess. Discordia A tier. She's fine. She does a lot of damage. Um, you know, balance as well in a way. You know, there's no reason for to prioritize. The current junglers somewhat benefit from if she gets played in middle because her escape isn't that big and she's not that safe. She's fine if two people jump on her and just use her two, and that gives a moment of you know a breathing space to get away. So I'd say she's A tier. Erlang is probably A tier as well for me. Um, Probably because from the first few games I had played was the two junglers. I don't know why. It just felt wrong. It felt so bad and annoying. I was ADC, and I just get ganged by Erlang Shen at level 2, and he's got his assassin's mark, and it's like, yeah, no, just get me out. Just get me out. I'm so done. But um, I played him in solo 3 times, I believe. I won two of those games. I used Golden Blade both times. It felt very good. I won the lane all the time. I think the game would be lost if it was just unlucky, really. But like I think Erlang's quite decent right now. Fafnir B tier doesn't get played, but he can be played. You know, like he's okay. There's not that much need for him. I think he would he's quite situational. If you get Freya, I think Fafnir can be quite decent with the increased attack speed and so on. Fender doesn't get played at all, and yeah, I think he just beat your very situational, I'd say. Freya, I don't think anyone needs a reminder of why Freya is SS tier and why you should always ban her. And yeah, let's just stick with that. No comment about Freya. B tier, oh, no, A tier, no, A tier. Yeah, she's quite balanced. Her ultimate's very good. The damage the ultimate does is insane. You know, she's got the silence. She's got the little knock up slash little stun thing that you do. It's decent. Geb, A tier as well. My guy's just good always. You know, he's got the shield, got knock up, got stun, he's got his rollout. It's just good. Guan Yu, B tier. I was against Guan Yu twice in a row. Once in solo lane as Hades because I was just like, yeah, whatever. In solo Hades, yeah, let's go. Got destroyed. That game got destroyed, completely destroyed. But the next one that I played, we won against it, so it didn't feel that big or anything. I think he's just fine. Hatchman B, nobody plays him right now. I think I've seen him once, and not that impressed. Hades, well, I just put him in C tier, I guess, because I did lose to Guan Yu. Just don't pick Hades, really. It's quite annoying. A lot of people hate that if you pick Hades, they'll be like, yeah, why are you picking Hades, dude? Why you trolling, dude? So yeah, he both probably A tier. I think he's very good right now. I am tempted to put him in S tier, right? Because even though the current junglers are Arachne, Bacchus, or Kali, right? Kali like sort of is quite annoying because she could live and you would be just dead if you don't have the damage, or depending on how well she times it ult and so on. The damage is insane on Hebo. You know, just one shot in people. That's one, like, Hebo jungle is quite good. Any other role, if you could, I guess you could play him mid, but you will struggle till, you know, mid to late game really. Once that hits, you're golden. You're absolutely golden. So I might keep it in A tier for now. It might go up, we'll see. Hell, B tier. I know she was very good before the mid-season patch. Nobody plays her. I don't know why. I've never been good with her. And yeah. Heimdall, B tier. It's okay. He's been played a few times, but like not much success. You know, with him or against him, not that much. The one game that I did have him on my team, that was a decent Heimdall. So Hera is probably B tier. Nobody plays her. She's, you know, in somewhat situational, but then again, like, yeah, she's, yeah, I don't know. Hercules is A tier. It's quite decent because I've also seen quite a lot of the bruiser supports that you get picked that they start on the back harpies, go to the red buff, and then go to purple lane, or oh no, they do. So they do the purple, go to mid hub, the back harpies, and then they go to red buff to help the mid laner. I don't really like it seems fine because the way I finish my jungle, like quite often mid laner has cleared the wave and he's going into the jungle to do his buff, so I guess that helps. That speeds up quite a bit as well. Horus is probably A tier if he's B tier, actually not B tier. If you got the correct ADC, you would probably win lane very easily. I'm not too sure how it would turn into late game because I haven't played with or against him maybe once. That was very early on. I don't think there was that much success from it. Huoyi, A tier, is quite balanced. He's always pretty good. And yeah, you know, he's just fine. He's somewhat decent against Freya as well. to keep her at bay, not to keep her at range, because if she gets close up, you're dead. But Hou Yi does a decent job of keeping her at range. Hunbat is probably A tier. His ult is still very good because of the current items, benefiting all the, Arachne's Nemesis and Kali's so much. Like, he's still there. You don't get to really see like any jungler that benefits of just the power items, really. The pen items and so on. Nobody picks the games. I see why, but maybe. Isis was getting Spirit Ball something. Is she getting a nerf to Spirit Ball? Isis. Oh, she's getting a buff. I'm gonna put Isis. From my experience, like, I love Isis a lot. I think she's very good. Yes, her one can be cancelled quite easily with silence and so on, but I think she's good. She's got the best objectives good in the game. It does so much damage, it does so much healing. A Spirit Ball from 12 to 10 seconds, that's pretty big as well. So if you got the 40% cooldown, that's on 6 seconds, and that's what an eye is, a large stun, that's a long distance stun, very easy to defend against sieges, very good for sieges to get into the corner where people are just standing, the mages that are standing and trying to spam some abilities. It's very good. Her damage is there as well. Nobody plays it. I haven't played her personally. Nobody has played it as well. I don't know why. Before the mid-season, when I did play her, she just felt very good. She felt very strong. Like, if I could put her on the edge, between S and A, she would be there. But yeah, we'll judge it when we finish it. Let's get through this first. He's an enemy C tier. Nobody cares. Useless. If you pick her for lane clear, then there's no need. Janus is A tier. He's got decent damage. He's always on point with rotations if played correctly because of his ult. And overall, he's just decent. He's a safe god. He's always been a safe god. So if you play him correctly, you just won't die. Jingwei is A tier. She's again somewhat decent against Freya to get away, because if you wish, you can dash away with the long distance dash as well, so that helps. And yeah, you're just a safe god as well, especially in the current meta with the junglers. She's very safe. She hasn't been played that much for some reason, but she's pretty good. Yermangander doesn't get played that much. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I don't know. I've got a lot of B tier gods and not that many A tier compared to last time. I just think he doesn't need to be in A tier right now. They're just, he's somewhat situational, but then again, what situation are you gonna use him in? So, Kali's SS tier. She gets banned most of the time. If not, she gets picked up most of the time. Very hard to play against, just a hard carry really. Always when you get to late time, cause a problem. Always has been. It's not something new, but now her early game is somewhat strong as well. Kepri A tier, helps with the second life. Has decent link there early on to help the ADC. A very supportive support. Not aggressive at all. I'm gonna put King Arthur in C tier. Nobody plays him. I saw him maybe once. I think it's because of the shield changes. The same as like a Colin and pretty much Achilles and every other solo. Every other warrior is just like, yeah, I'll just play a mage or a guardian. There's no need for warriors right now. So yeah, that seems about right. Culkin, I'm gonna put him B tier because nobody plays him. He's very unsafe. In a way, he's somewhat decent against well, no, I can't say that because like late game Bakasura is just so fast. It doesn't matter that you got your siphon in it or not. That you get your increased speed. Yeah, same as Kali and Arachne. I'm gonna pick Kumbhakarna in A tier. If played correctly, very strong against Arachne and Kali, especially Kali, with the mesmerize, with the root, with the knock up in the sky, with his ult. I think it's knock up as well. I don't know. It's good. Same with Bakasura. If waited correctly, Baka ult, you wait 2 seconds or whatever it is that he has his CC immunity. You mesmerize him, you root him. You know, doesn't make that much of a difference. It's just a very good, very good support. Like if those gods get picked, I'd say Kumba is probably the best support in the game to have on your team to shut down those guys. They dive the back line, you have to defend, and he's probably the best guy to do it. Yeah, he's the best guy to do it. Kuzumbo probably A tier as well now. I think he was last time as well, maybe B tier, not too sure. He's just decent overall. He's 3. He's like spikes. They help a lot against the junglers and the magical carries and carries in general with the reflect damage. Nobody plays him. I've not seen him once. I'm quite surprised that I haven't seen him, not even once, because of the upcoming quite soonish August, end of August maybe, but maybe not actually. He's had changes. I would be expecting people to, getting their memories in for for the last few weeks. Medusa doesn't get played at all. She's probably B tier. She's quite decent, I'd say. Yeah. Mercury for me is S tier. If played correctly, he's very strong. He's super late game carry, like a super late game carry. In 1v1s, you can probably beat Arachne if you're lucky enough with your crits. It depends. Bakasura, maybe not. Like it depends. Kali, probably not. Unless, yeah, I don't think you can win against Kali because of her ult. So, I'm gonna put Merlin S tier. He's just very good mid. His damage is insane. He's so safe as well. His blink is probably the best, best thing in the game. Even though he has got high cooldown early on, but in late game he's so damn good, so good. I'm gonna put Mulan in A tier. I think she has quite high potential in jungle because of her scaling, the amount of damage. I played against her once. I'm probably judging that from that experience. She did so much damage in that one game. Her ability, she just killed me with 2 abilities or 3 abilities. Just dead instantly. No basics, just abilities. You're dead. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not having that. Neath A tier. I think it's a bump from B tier last time because she can be played in mid. Thanks to the magical carries in dual lane now. She can be played in mid. She's quite good in mid. You can insta-clear wave at level 3, if not 2, basically. Just a very good pickup. Nemesis SS tier. She gets banned most of the time. If not banned, she'll get picked up straight away. I'd say this is probably the worst that I've experienced. The worst amount of god that there is. This is like the worst period to play ranked, I guess, if you don't know those specific gods, because they're either banned all the time or they get picked. The second thing is, in the SS tier, I have 6 gods that should be must banned, but you can't ban them all because in S tier, Ao Kuang and Aphrodite gets banned all the time as well. So who are you losing? Most of the time, it's Bakasura, Kali, and Nemesis, because there are some other gods that get banned, which we'll get to. So it's like, you need to know how to play those guys, or how to counter those guys. It's a difficult time in ranked. If you don't know those guys, if you can't play them, you don't know how to play against them, you struggle a lot. Like, a lot of struggling. Neja, B tier. Not really necessary unless you need your setups. She's like, If you got a Scylla, yeah, fine. If you got a Ra, yeah, fine. Who else? Thoth, yeah, fine. But other than that, there's no need. There really isn't. Nike's probably B. She doesn't get played. I think she's been played once, but she ain't that good. I'm not too sure why she ain't that good anymore. As I said, I'm not that big in jungle. In jungle solo. Nox is C tier. Nobody plays her. Just crap. Ain't that good. I'm gonna put Nuva in. I'm gonna put Nuva in B tier. If she was safer, she would be in A tier. But like she's got, her ult is pretty good. Mid to late because of the increased damage. It's just so good. It's kill secure. You'll see anybody wherever everyone is on the map, and yeah, so on. Odin. So who do we have at top? We got Nemesis, Freya, Arachne, Baka, Kali, Cthulhu, Alquan, Gafro. Yeah, I'm gonna put A tier. I think it helps with his ult for team fights. If you can get people in the shield, no healing and so on. I think he's quite decent. It does all right in lane, I believe, as well. It doesn't struggle that much. You just bear bomb and run away and just keep repeating it. Quite boring, but I think it's fine. Aldrun S tier. Not that much Aldrun plays being played, but it's a magical ADC. He's just very good. He's really, really good. His ult is always really good. He can crit. That's all that matters. He can crit. Everyone loves crit. B tier. I think I've seen him once. He's just situational, but in what situation do you want him? Like there's a few gods that I feel like that are in B tier would be just fine in C tier as well, but we'll just keep them in B tier. Pele for me is A tier. I think she's still very strong. She might not be as strong because of the Heartseeker nerf, but her damage is very, very good. It's such good damage. Her ult is very strong as well, so A tier for me. Persephone, yep, nothing's changed. It's been like that for a very long time. It probably will be like that forever. It's basically Thor. He was must ban for 2 to 3 years. So, yep, let's just keep it that way. Poseidon. Where do we want Poseidon? Poseidon is probably A tier. He's quite decent. A lot of people have played him in jungle. I've seen 1 or 2 ADCs as well as Poseidon. Not that many mids. He's decent. If you can get people Aegis beads, you're just gonna insta kill people. It does benefit from the Hekata ring or whatever you call it, because you can semi-build him into basic attack, so it's pretty decent. Ra is probably B tier because of 1, 2, 3, 4 gods up there. Like not that great. I think did I play him after or before the mid-season? If I did play him after, like I had somewhat successful game because movement speed draw. Like in some ways you do counter those assassins because they can't really catch up to you. So if you're zoom, they can't zoom you back, right? So that's probably the biggest problem right now is those top 4 assassins up there. They're so fast, you can't outrun them, and it's an absolute joke. But yeah, so Raijin doesn't get played, but I believe he's A tier, decent, good, strong. He's got a very good ult. His early game is very good. He's getting a little bit of nerf to late game. I think it's still fine. Rama's strong. Obviously not as strong as those guys, but he's a safe pick-ish. His ult is fine. He deals a lot of damage in late game. Early game, well, early game will be fine. He'll probably outclear most most ADCs. But if you're playing against Magical and you hit mid game, there's a big chance you'll get destroyed. Rabbit is S tier. It does get banned quite a lot. He does get picked, and it does make a big impact on everything really when he gets picked. His ult is very good. You got such a big choice of the acorns as well. You know, you can go in solo, support, jungle. Support is fine, I think. Jungle is pretty strong. I haven't seen him in support though so far, but yeah. Ravan's probably A tier. I think he's quite fine with his abilities. He probably does a lot of damage. I think he would counter Poseidon really well if he gets picked. You know, you get Kraken, you just press 2 and you're fine. Scylla's A tier, very very high damage, mid to late game. The poke is insane if you build up correctly as well. So yeah. B tier, not much to say really. You know, he just doesn't get played. There's no need to play her. You know, yeah. Set B as well. I've maybe seen him once or twice. Ada and good. Better picks out there. Scotty's C tier is just, you know, I'd love to put her higher up because of her amazing skins. But yeah, no. I'm gonna put Sobek in S tier. He's so damn good. Probably one of the best supports right now. Solo is insane. Support is insane as well. You can just do anything with him. You know, the pluck, the slows, the heals, and the self-healing mock-ups. It's just very, very good. Soul A tier, probably because of, you know, she benefits from Hecate as well. I have not seen her being played, but she's still somewhat decent. Okay-ish. Not as good as Chronos and so on, but she's fine. Sun Wukong is A. I like him. I played him a few times before the mid-season in jungle. Felt very good. I played him in solo as well before that. Felt very good. I haven't seen him that much. I'm not too sure why. I think he's very good in jungle if you can play him, and if there's no hyper carries in, like the top 4 assassins, I think he'll do quite fine because you can protect the backline as well. Sano has fallen off a lot. Doesn't get played, doesn't get picked. I think I played him once in the first 2 days that I was playing. Yeah, just no luck with him. Savannah's not that great. You'll just die. It's simple as that. You're a tree. You got nothing. Terra I think is fine. You know, she's got a lot of CC. She's got a lot of peel, so it's not that easy to, you know, gank the backline if you're in the backline. Thanatos is probably 8 tier, I'd say. You know, his damage is still there. I haven't played him not even once. I'm quite sad that I haven't. I wish I have. Does a lot of damage if you can hit your stuff. The execute always helps as well. Morrigan, SS tier. She's a must ban for obvious reasons. So yeah. Thor, B tier. Nobody plays him as well. I've seen him maybe once in solo and that's it. I don't know. Like, it's just, like, I know why, and I keep saying I don't know why. I know why, because look at the top. You know, look at that top. It's mad, crazy. Thoth probably A tier. Struggles early game ish, but you know the damage is really high early game, and the distance is high as well. You know, really good against, really good in sieges and defending against sieges. Not that safe. Yeah, quite easy to kill because you don't have any stuns. You don't have a brute, but I think it's decent still. B tier, I've seen him once or twice. Still not that impressed anymore by him. He's just fine. Or A tier, does well to keep Freya, Chronos, Olrun in the, keep their distance away from him because he does a lot of damage if you hit the stun, your combo. Lots of damage. Vamana is probably C tier. nobody plays him. I don't think he's that good as well. Vulcan is probably A tier. Nobody plays him. Again, I think I've seen it once or twice, but he's just a very safe and decent god to play. You know, his big ult is, you know, is a very good secure as well. If you can land it, you can steal stuff with it. Does a lot of damage. You don't even need it. A lot of the games, like it's quite good when you're sieging and a defending siege, you sort of open up the team fights and so on. But your meatball and your backfire, or what you call it, is just so much damage if you land them both. Shibalonke, B tier, nobody plays him anymore. His ult is still good as always, but yeah, there's no need for him. Jingtin, nobody plays him as well. Not that great. Yamoya is A tier. I've seen her ban once or twice, but she rarely gets picked. I don't know why, but it's quite the rare occasion to see Yamoya being picked. Ymir B tier, it's quite decent, you know, your OG aggressive support, but other than that, meh, you know, whatever. I'm gonna put Zeus in D tier, almost in E tier to be honest. It's just not that good. Nobody cares about him. He's dead. Like, he's just dead. You know, dead. You show up in mid lane, dead. Is it meant to? Dead. 30 minutes in, probably dead. You know, it doesn't matter how much damage you do, you're still dead. You don't have an escape. You're just dead. Zhonghui probably gonna be in C tier. I haven't seen him play. I don't think he's that good either. But he's not, you know, he's not those three gods. So, yeah, I think that's probably it for now, for this week. I'm probably gonna keep this one and have it next week and just move around bits and pieces. And I think the only time that I would well, no, I think I'll just do weekly updates. You know, because I play quite a decent amount of Smite, and like if I notice changes, I'll just, you know, if there's worthwhile changes to, you know, talk about, and that way it will be a lot shorter videos as well, instead of, you know, 47 minutes now. And that way it'll just be, you know, a little quick update. This guy's good, this guy's bad now. We've got a new god and so on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the new tier list for ranks. It's probably I'd say from platinum to diamond 2 or 3. Even above that, you know, a lot of these guys just get banned above that anyway. Like I got up to diamond 1 end of last week. I've just been very unlucky. Myself, I played very bad recently, and I've just not been lucky with my teams. So I'm down to diamond 3 now. But hopefully I can get to masters. That's the goal. This split is to get to masters finally. And but yeah, and I'll probably do a video of like how I got to masters and so on, or like a stream thing, what I did now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. If you got any questions, just pop them in the comments. I'll answer them. If you think someone should be moved, let me know. I will, you know, talk about it in the next week's update for it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.